I hope I'm on. Good evening. Oh, it's still good evening. I had to check to see if it was still good evening. It is. It's 11:22, and I'm going live on Facebook using my Zoom, hoping that somebody might watch this. I need to bring up the Zoom
And
to
on
make
Facebook using
sure.
my Zoom.
Yeah, that guy talks a lot, doesn't he? Um, so I want to share here that some stuff I've heard other people talk about. At 40 Days Meeting, Friday Night Delight sessions are Fridays, obviously, at 7 p.m. 40 Days does sign meets, and we start with a recap session where people share how their weeks have been, and then we launch into the word. And this week we started talking about church doctrines. During the recap, though, the church doctrine session has been posted already on Facebook at 40 Days, so you can check them. Right. During the recap session, somebody mentioned that they were feeling a little oppressed as people told them it's a holy week and we need to eat fish and fast. Now I've spoken about this before, but repetition is necessary because not everybody's going to watch every single video that I do. So let me make this clear to everyone. You are not fasting if you cut meat out of your diet. You've just done a diet change. You've not done a fast, you've done a diet change. A fast is removing something necessary from your existence in self-denial to show that you desperately want to be with God and spend time with him and learn from him. So God, I'm giving up these things. Now, you're not showing God anything he doesn't already know. God knew you were going to do it in the first place. But these things are for us to grow our faith in obedience. Faith without works is dead, right? So in faith, I'm going to deny myself food or food and water. In faith, I'm going to deny myself chicken. That's not a fast, okay? Let me be really clear about this. I don't care what they teach you. It's not a fast if you've stopped eating chicken or beef or duck or goat or pork or whatever. That's not a fast. I took notes of what I have to do. So yes, the whole thing about the Holy Week, it's called Holy Week or Passion Week because this was the week where Jesus showed his passion for us, that he endured the worst of punishments and pain and suffering, knowing that he didn't want to, but knowing that there was no other way for you or I to be saved. I want to point out something that's a little harsh. Jesus died for the elect. What that means is Jesus died for the people he was going to save, nobody else. I call that harsh because there are people out there who would be like, so if I'm not saved and I'm not going to be saved, he didn't die for me. Pretty much, yeah. You see, if Jesus died for you and you still go to hell, his death was ineffective. But Jesus' death, burial, resurrection, and ascension are the most powerful things any human being could have done. There is no way they could be ineffective. I'm not going into the doctrine of election. I'm sorry, but if you are saved by God's grace through faith, or you will be saved by God's grace through faith, Jesus died for you. If you won't, it's not for you. But since I don't know who's on the list, I'm going to preach to everyone, and I would like you all to be saved. Repent. And I said it today. I had to make sure I said it clearly because apparently churches don't preach what the word means. Repentance is a change of heart and mind that leads to a change in action. So repentance is inside, deep to a person's soul, but it's visible on the outside for all to see, because the light must shine before men that they may see it and glorify our God in heaven. That said, it's a holy week. Calm down, friends. It's not a specially holy week, because if you are saved by God's grace through faith, Every week is a holy week because you are righteous and holy, not by yourself or on your own, but because of imputed righteousness from Jesus. Okay? So every week is a holy week for us. To give special commemoration to this week, there's nothing wrong with it. But please don't get carried away like the dumb butts. Who are the dumb butts? Anybody who needs a special occasion to recognize Jesus. Anybody who needs a special occasion to feel that good feeling inside. Because I'm pathetic, lost, and a loser. This is especially for those people who go to church regularly and they need special moments and times to feel, well, now I could celebrate Jesus, celebrate, like that song says. You need to celebrate Jesus every day. Yes, we'll falter. Yes, we'll fail. Yes, we'll stumble. Yes, we'll make mistakes. But we need to celebrate Mr. Jesus every single day of our lives as part of our purpose. Get it? Every week is holy if you are saved by God's grace through faith, and that means you're trying to be obedient. It means you're trying to deny self and take up your cross daily and follow him. Real stuff. Don't get caught up in seasons dictated by somebody's calendar. Don't get caught up by church traditions because some clown in a church decided, hey, let's organize this because we could boost revenues, boost attendance, time it, organize because we have control and influence over the government. Talk to the government about organizing a couple of holidays so people can celebrate, and we will draw attention to our church and I'll get some more money. That's what they do when they come up with these traditions. And if you don't realize that, I can't help you because I don't do brain surgery. Some people are coming against my videos saying, well, he's being too harsh and he shouldn't say stuff like that because a pastor shouldn't talk like that. Fine, if I'm wrong, I get it. But I am passionate about this, and it's annoying for anybody with half a brain. I might have half a brain, I don't know, but anybody with half a brain to recognize basic things that other people who are supposed to be children of God following him for years, decades, and more, and they don't know basic things. I'm not getting frustrated. For real. So Holy Week, every week is holy if you're a child of God. And this particular week, while you may want to commemorate, not celebrate, commemorate the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus, that's cool. Don't do these things, though, to feel extra holy. Don't do these things because, you feel bad about some things or you just want to fit in with the church crowd. Don't, because I know that's my phone, sorry. I know quite a few church crowds, and most of them are not children of God. Dave, if you ever watch this, that's you messaging. And second thing, no meat on Good Friday. I must have done stuff with this. On Good Friday, we have a tradition. I don't know if it's Trinidadian only or if it's global. I didn't grow up learning this. But on Good Friday, many people have the tradition, it's not a law, it's not a rule, it's a tradition, where they don't eat meat. And to me, the only logic that they might come up with is, well, Jesus died this day, and eating meat would be it'll be kind of insulting to eat meat because his body was made of meat. And are you going to eat Jesus on Good Friday? I don't think so. Eat your meat. You have chicken, you have duck, you have goat, you have beef, you have pork, or wild meat even. Eat it. There is no reason for you not to eat meat on Good Friday. There is no reason to specifically only eat fish. Oh, well, Jesus, he grabbed a couple of fishermen, so if I eat fish, I'll be closer to Jesus' ministry. If a couple of dead things from the ocean and eating them would bring you closer to Jesus, he died for no reason. Some of these traditions are so outrageously stupid that and the fact that so many people are hooked on them and tied to them, locked into them, that it's frustrating for, again, anybody with half a brain to hear this nonsense over and over and over again. Guys, I really think you'll need to reassess your whole life if you're living based on the traditions that you grew up with and heard without testing the spirits and questioning what you've done. I'm not saying everything we learned was wrong. Don't murder, don't steal, don't kill, don't murder, don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat, don't envy, don't covet. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength. But please, don't come here because you grew up or you were told by some clown who doesn't know what he's doing in a church and said, well, Good Friday, so make sure you enjoy your fish. There's nothing wrong with eating fish. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you feel like you have to only eat fish or you can't eat regular meat on Good Friday, you're wrong. Please be better. Final one, Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday will be in effectively 1 day and a half. Yeah, a day and a half from now. That'll be April 13th. Palm Sunday, people commemorate, don't celebrate. People commemorate it as an occasion where Jesus had his triumphal entry, where people laid their coats onto the ground and he rode a colt that was never ridden before into Jerusalem. Those people who were celebrating were part of a prophecy that prophesied Jesus doing this. I want you all to know that this is a preview. The Bible is full of previews. Antiochus Epiphanes was a preview of biblical prophecy where the Antichrist is going to step into the temple of Israel, desecrate it, and set up the abomination that causes desolation. And that's one preview. There were many days of the Lord that were previews of the ultimate day of the Lord, suffering for humanity. Jesus' triumphal entry, riding on that colt, was a preview of when he's going to triumphantly enter Jerusalem. That time he entered Jerusalem. Sarah Hakim, good evening to you and welcome. I'm now seeing the comment. I'm sorry. It might be quite delayed because it says 2 minutes. And when I read here, it's delayed to when you see me reading it. But welcome and good evening to you, right? When Jesus made that triumphal entry and all those people were celebrating and screaming and shouting and singing and throwing palms, I think they waved palm branches and they put coats on the ground. However it was, my issue is not what took place, but what God told us to look at, test the spirits. The people who were celebrating Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem were not saved by God's grace through faith in Jesus. They were Jewish people who were looking for someone to save them from oppression of Roman occupation. Jesus did not come in and come to this world at that time to save them from Roman oppression. Jesus came to spiritually save them. And what did they do? They crucified him a few days later. Is that something we should be celebrating? Think about that. I am not throwing these questions out because I want shock value to impress you with my knowledge or to shake things up because I feel like the Bible needs help. No, not at all. I'm here to open your minds up to make you realize, wait, what am I really celebrating? What am I really taking part in? What am I really listening to? If you want to celebrate the triumphal entry of Jesus, that's fine. But no, we don't celebrate it. If we celebrate it, we don't celebrate it the way they did, because they were a bunch of phonies that would turn on him and watch him suffer, and they would not run to save or help or cry out and say, no, he doesn't deserve this. What they cried out was, we want Barabbas, the murderer. Let this guy suffer. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Ooh, kill him. And they stuck around to watch him die. They stuck around to watch him suffer. Y'all, the triumphal entry of Jesus back in, it would be like 30 AD, around 30 AD. In the triumphal, and in case you're doubting, Jesus was born around 3 or 4 BC, so it would be 33 years later, 30 AD. Around then, the triumphal entry of Jesus, we need to know the exact story before we just jump in and say, well, I love it. Let me wave my palm branches. And like, I don't know what people do on Palm Sunday. I've probably been to church on Palm Sunday and I paid very little attention because, yeah, most of the times they weren't making much sense anyways. Um, we will talk about Easter in my next video. I am not calling it Easter anymore. I'm referring to the word Easter. We're going to talk about that. And the season that people call Easter, I've changed the name myself. Not that I'm so important, but I've changed the name because I don't believe Easter is the correct term to use. Okay? I need to do some research to confirm this, but I will confirm that. And God willing, tomorrow night, I will be talking about Easter, if not tomorrow, Sunday for sure, because tomorrow I might have plans. All right. Once again, everybody here is welcome to check out 40 Days Ministries. The videos we've posted, they're on Facebook, as well as they are on YouTube. I just did a check. YouTube has over 100 videos from 40 Days Bible Studies and Friday Night Delight sessions where we share our new content. Our new content drops twice a week. Tuesday Bible studies for half an hour, and Friday Night Delight sessions where we do topical studies. And you're always welcome to check them out, ask questions, post the questions there, or send me a direct message asking the question. You can send me a direct message on WhatsApp. You get a faster response on WhatsApp, 347-5841. If you're watching internationally, 1-868-347-5841. But I do appreciate the questions or even comments to a point, because I'm not very good with dealing with people and their opinions when they don't have a clue what they're talking about. Okay, but I'm working on that stuff too. I just figure like some things are obvious, so it's annoying when people don't see it. This week, I've encountered some terrible driving on the street. Driving is a good indication of the mentality of people and the mentality of our people in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not sure if we have a mentality, because people just seem to be moving on basic instincts. It's embarrassing. And for those of you out there who don't understand what I'm saying, please park in a manner that reflects consideration for others. Drive in a manner that reflects consideration for others. I'm on this because, well, I've been driving longer than some people have been alive. Yes, I'll confess that, but I won't tell you how long. And amidst all of this, we see a lot of investment going into vehicles and road conditions and road infrastructure. Let's make the most of it and contribute towards a better flow of traffic by driving considerately. If you notice there are like 5 or 6 vehicles behind you and nothing in front, pull aside and let people pass you. You're obviously driving too slow for the traffic. You can cause accidents. I'm driving safe. No, you're driving like an idiot. Let the people pass you. If they're in a hurry and driving unsafe, that's them. Let them go. You could be in danger keeping them back. 1. 2, if you are unconsciously driving too slowly, let them go and you drive your natural pace, which is a little slower that day. That's fine. There's nothing wrong and no shame in driving a little slower on a day. Okay? Please be considerate. There are too many cars on the road, and a big percentage, not a big, a fair percentage of those vehicles are not driven by people with much intelligence. Because like I said, there are some people who drive on basic instinct. I need to go there, so they just drive there. They think nothing of, there are others on the road. The consequence of my actions can be harmful to others. I don't know why I started talking about traffic and traffic issues. God bless all the people on the roads this weekend. SCA was yesterday. 40 Days Ministries is going to do its annual exam prayer session. So if you want to be part of that, let me know as well. That will be soon, probably next week. So you don't have much time. I do wish you all a good night. God's blessings, peace, grace be upon you. Good night. And I need to find my Zoom to say goodbye. Right. Good night and goodbye. It didn't.